Good morning, everyone. So we have some potentially new carpenters today. So I want a carpenter's good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right. And thank you for being here this morning to celebrate Pennsylvania's first apprenticeship awards. And so just want to give a special thanks to you all, the carpenters today, especially Rich Pagani, director of the training center here. Thank you for having us this morning. The awards celebrate more than just achievements. They honor the pursuit of excellence, the dedication to mastery, and the profound impact these apprenticeships have on shaping the futures and building legacies. My name is Rob Cherry, CEO of Partner for Work, the workforce board for Allegheny County and the city of Pittsburgh. Partner for Work and the individuals assembled here today applaud the individuals, training providers, sponsors, and businesses that have embraced and acknowledged the transformative power of apprenticeships. Our keynote speaker today is Secretary Nancy Walker of the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry under Governor Shapiro. Secretary Walker has spent her career as a staunch advocate for workers. For the last year, Secretary Walker has worked to strengthen the state's economy by empowering workers to pursue opportunities that lead to family-sustaining jobs. Prior to that, she served as the Chief Deputy Attorney General of the Fair Labor Section, ensuring workers and law-abiding employers were being treated fairly and fighting back against employers that were not. Secretary Walker continues to be a champion of worker rights and a steward of a thriving economy for the Commonwealth. It is my pleasure to introduce Secretary Walker.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much, Rob. It is great to be in Pittsburgh. On behalf of Governor Shapiro and the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, I'd like to thank Partners for Work and the City of Philadelphia for being part of this first, our inaugural Apprentice and Apprenticeship Awards today. Thank you also to the carpenters. We have a lot of carpenters in the house. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate you being a kind host again to our event. We're joined here today by legislators, family members, friends, a good number of carpenter apprentices to really celebrate some people and programs that are so worthy of recognition today. We're here to celebrate Sierra Peebles, the German-American Chamber of Commerce Pittsburgh chapter, Brandon Wolf and KML Carpenters, and breaking the chains of poverty. Collectively, these individuals and these programs have accomplished some amazing things. They've created an ecosystem to train a diverse group of workers. They've persevered and overcome barriers. They've served as mentors. They've built connections with employers, community groups, educational institutions to foster and develop important and impactful programs. And they've shown a commitment to enhancing workforce here in Pennsylvania to make Pennsylvanians strong, not only here, but across the nation, to make Pennsylvania a really, truly competitive state. We know that apprenticeships are so critical, not only in creating family-sustaining, well-paying jobs for the needs of businesses and employers today, but they also give us a pathway for really meeting the needs of businesses in the future. Since Governor Shapiro took office, we have stood up 33 new registered apprenticeship programs in Pennsylvania, and not just in the traditional areas that you think of. We started some really interesting new sector apprenticeship programs. Things such as cosmetology, application developer, arborist, wastewater systems manager, youth development practitioner, digital marketer, and this year we've also set up a dairy herd manager apprenticeship program. Since Governor Shapiro took office, there have been 5,952 apprentices that have started programs and 2,856 that have completed programs over the last year. Also, during the term of this administration, we still have 30 new pre-apprenticeship programs. These are in interesting areas in addition to the traditional areas, in areas such as medical assistant, high-quality teacher aide, and digital marketer. And what is really important in my mind is that 81 of our 117 pre-apprenticeship programs serve high school students. We're giving young people an opportunity early in their work histories, in the beginning of their work trajectory, to make choices that will impact the rest of their lives. We have 1,000 active apprentices in pre-apprenticeship programs, and this year we've graduated 325 pre-apprentices, or 2023 we graduated them. None of this would be possible without the incredible leadership of the Executive Director of our Apprenticeship and Training Office, Tara Loeb. So I want to thank her and her team for making these milestones, for making sure that we are providing opportunities to people across the state. And in order to keep providing these kinds of opportunities and other important workforce development initiatives, Labor and Industry is seeking in state and federal funding this year $431 million. That'll not only allow us to keep doing the things that are working well, it'll give us an opportunity to be innovative, to be imaginative, to create workforce opportunities for even a more diverse workforce in the years going forward. In addition, Governor Shapiro has sought to add $2.2 million to the money that we put into industry partnerships. And for those of you that aren't familiar with industry partnerships, it's a way for sectors, businesses and sectors, to get together to problem solve, to find ways to improve their workforce, to meet the needs of each of their individual businesses, and together to get more people engaged. The governor is also seeking $2 million for a new initiative, a skills-based hiring initiative. And if you remember, when Governor Shapiro took office a year ago, the very first thing he did when he came in was to sign an executive order that did away with the requirement, the arbitrary requirement, that people had a college degree to come work for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And remember, these are good, well-paying union jobs with benefits. And that arbitrary college degree left a lot of people out of the pipeline for potential work. As it turns out, 93% of the jobs in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that were open did not require a college degree. So what we'd like to do is take that same initiative and the way to build opportunities for people and not to put unnecessary barriers in place to the private sector. So we want to work with private sector businesses to identify the skills that are actually necessary for the jobs they have open so that they're not just putting arbitrary barriers in front of people and keeping them for workforce opportunities. We're also looking for $2,000 for another new initiative to create a single digital platform for people who are looking for opportunities in the Commonwealth so that you don't have to come to the Department of Labor and Industry and link out to Partners for Work and then go to the Department of Education and see what they have and DCED. The governor wants to have one place where people who are interested in opportunities for jobs, interested in opportunities for education, can come and see what is available through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So we're very excited about the governor's initiatives with respect to workforce in this budget. And as the governor says, he likes to get stuff done. So I commend all of the people who are here today standing behind me. They're all people who want to get stuff done. I want to thank all of you for being here, and particularly I'd like to congratulate our award recipients. So thank you so much.
Hello and good morning. I'm Sierra Peebles. This speech isn't going to have all the big fancy words that I'm sure many will today, but it will have one thing, and that is meaning and the overflow feeling of love. I'd like to thank you all, the people that got me to this point today. Thank you to the apprenticeship program itself and all the people that are involved in it that some may not even know about. Thank you to the awesome, caring, helpful teacher, Sherry, for answering all the many questions I had as I was going through the classes when I got my CDA. Thank you to Kim for not only helping me along the path when it was stressful, but also becoming a friend and talking to me when things were so rough. You helped me so much as I was preparing to take my test and site visit, and we both know that was a struggle. And again, had many questions, and I was looking for the answers, and as I got my accommodations on the test. If you read my autobiography as you were voting, you saw that the many struggles I had through education. My path through education was definitely not a straight one. There were setbacks, difficulties, and tears, but also determination to never get up. As a child, I was diagnosed with a form of dyslexia that affects my reading comprehension abilities, and I was often placed in lower reading classes. While I had many people who cared about me, it was clear that I would have to advocate for myself in order to progress. I continue to do this well into my adult years. Just ask Sherry and Kim, with the many questions and Zoom meetings we had. The many experiences I have had are not only a large part of who I am, they also show my status as an apprenticeship and what I have to offer to others. The Outstanding Registered Apprentice Award is an important representation to other students, existing and potential, that this program platform is good for everyone. I want to share my experiences so those who have walked a similar path have the example I often wish for myself of a person who thrives because of and despite of their challenges. You may need accommodations to pass classes or tests. It may take longer to reach your goals, but the apprenticeship arms are open wide, and me winning this award demonstrates that anything is possible. Jen, you were my first ever boss fresh out of high school. If it weren't for you coming to me about this program, I truly never would be here today. You have helped gear me into the direction of how I could better my education and my career. You have helped me with that every way that you could. You even helped me and gave me a better opportunity at our current job now. You have not only been a boss to me, you have been a really important friend. Thank you. For my family and friends, some were able to make it here today and others were not. However, I would still like to thank those who were not able to be here. To my sister, we have had a relationship like sisters do, and throughout there has never been a time you haven't missed something you knew was important to me. I appreciate you very much, thank you, and way more than you will ever know. Your family are the early building blocks of who you have. Your family are the early important blocks of you that you have for your life and who you become as a person. My father is a very strong, hard-working, dependable, and loyal man. My mom is a very strong, courageous, resilient mother. My parents have both had struggles that they also have had to overcome, just like myself. They have both pushed me to be the best me that I could be, and that my best isn't always the same as somebody else's. People have often told me how responsible I am for my age and how mature I am. But if it wasn't for my parents, not just being my parents, but my example, I truly would not be here today. I am thankful every day that they are not only my parents, but my example. I am a lucky one. Some people with disabilities don't have a strong support system that I have. And if it wasn't for them, I would not be here today speaking with you all. This is not just an acceptance speech or a thank you speech for myself, but all the other kids and adults with learning disabilities. There will never be a day that I will take what I have for granted. The younger me never would have imagined I'd be here today. I cannot simply thank everyone in one simple speech for helping me become the person I am today, but all I can do is try one day at a time. Thank you.
That was really powerful. We give it up one more time for Sierra. Thank you, Sierra. And thank you, Secretary Walker. And now to present the awards for Outstanding Registered Apprenticeship Achievement, Outstanding Registered Pre-Apprenticeship Achievement, Outstanding Registered Apprenticeship Sponsor Award, and Outstanding Registered Pre-Apprenticeship Sponsor. Please join me in welcoming Tara Lowe, the Director of the Department of Pennsylvania's Apprenticeship and Training Office. Tara has been I can't tell you how much of an advocate she is for apprenticeships, and it's our pleasure to have her here this morning. Tara, thank you.
Thank you so much. Before moving on to recognize our awardees, I do want to thank Secretary Walker so much for her powerful words and taking the time to be here to recognize these amazing people and organizations. A huge thank you also to L&I leadership, including Deputy Secretary Kuba, Executive Deputy Secretary Trusky, Gregory Chambers, an esteemed member of our Pennsylvania Apprenticeship and Training Council. Also, I want to recognize my hardworking and passionate team at the Apprenticeship and Training Office. Today, we are represented by Danielle Demirovic, as well as Marshall Palmer and Chelsea Llewellyn. Thank you, too, to Partner for Work and Rob for hosting the event and luncheon. We were thrilled to find out that many of the awardees were from right here in the Pittsburgh area. This is certainly a testament to support Pittsburgh's workforce hub status. Rich Pagani and the Carpenters, thank you too for allowing us to host this event at the Carpenters Training Center, which is quite honestly, and I think everyone in this room will agree, one of the best facilities in Pennsylvania and home to many gold standard apprenticeship programs. My name is Tara Lowe, and I'm the director of the Apprenticeship and Training Office, affectionately known as the ATO, for the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry. As the state apprenticeship agency, we are the agency that oversees program development, registration, policy, and compliance efforts of registered apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeships within our wonderful Commonwealth. The ATO team has worked tirelessly to reinforce this office over the last 3 years, ensuring that we are able to offer technical assistance and support to the over 1,500 programs and over 16,000 active apprentices in Pennsylvania, mostly through ensuring programs are functioning in alignment with regulations and standards. And we're also working to grow new programs, ones that take the model seriously and can offer what we know is an amazing opportunity to even more across Pennsylvania. One of the things that I enjoy most about this role is that I'm often invited to take part in and even speak at apprenticeship graduations. I am often humbled by the experience, but it truly acts as a reinforcement for the place that the apprenticeship system can and should have in supporting Pennsylvanians and our economy. We are so honored to play even a small part in all of these programs and all of these apprentices' journeys. And today we are so privileged to be able to be here to recognize, through these awards, some of the best of the best. They are outstanding examples of organizations and employers that have invested in their workforce and individuals that have invested in themselves and their career development through this model. So, for the first time in the ATO and the Commonwealth's history, we will be presenting apprenticeship and pre-apprenticeship awards in the following categories: Outstanding Registered Apprentice Achievement Award, Outstanding Registered Pre-Apprentice Achievement Award, Outstanding Registered Apprenticeship Sponsor Award, and Outstanding Registered Pre-Apprenticeship Sponsor Award. Without further ado, presented in recognition of leadership qualities, problem solving, motivation, and willingness to learn skills in completing a Pennsylvania registered apprenticeship program while achieving journey worker status, I present the Outstanding Registered Apprentice Award to Ms. Sierra Peebles. Sierra is a completer of District 1199C's Level 1 Child Development Specialist Apprenticeship Program. She was nominated by Kim Kuhl and Kim Beers from Early Connections, an organization that manages the Northwest hub of this program. And Sierra is joined today by some family, as well as Kim and Kim, Maggio Calicchio, Michelle Harkins, and her employer, Jen Koblenz from the East Side YMCA. 1199C did also send their best wishes and congratulations. Sierra has shown dedication, determination, and perseverance to overcome obstacles, and Sierra continues to be a leader and mentor to new apprentices as she is now a journey worker. Again, let's please recognize Ms. Sierra. Presented in recognition of a successful Pennsylvania registered apprenticeship program. This registered apprenticeship program has exemplified embracing partnerships, apprenticeship ecosystem building, and training successful journey workers. I present the Outstanding Registered Apprenticeship Award to the German American Chamber of Commerce, Pittsburgh Chapter. The German American Chamber of Commerce Pittsburgh chapter is represented today by Rachel Maurer, chapter president, along with Lisa Cantoro and Jen Russell from her team. Also, Thomas Vandebunt, one of the chamber's first employers, is here. This is a well-deserving achievement for the German American Chamber, who supports their community through registered apprenticeships with 4 programs working with over 40 employers, 4 community colleges, and almost 50 high schools and CTEs. They are a true example of a key gear in the region's apprenticeship ecosystem. They are committed to recruiting from diverse populations, as well as committed to upholding the German and Pennsylvania standards while running these PA-registered programs based on the German model. Rachel?
I'm going to say a few words, but just thank you so much, Tara. And I think on behalf of our German American Chamber of Commerce, I just want to thank, of course, as Tara mentioned, my incredible team, Lisa, Jen, Anya, who's not here, unfortunately, but as an employer sponsor, we, of course, value and build our program based on strong partnerships. And Thomas Vandebunt, who is here behind me, was the first of the employers to really step up and help us take this to the next level. We're proud of the registered apprenticeship programs and working with our Department of Labor and Industry, our workforce boards with John Tekach and his organization, Keystone Partnership. But we also are certified by Germany as well. And so what we try to say is that we have multiple pathways with no dead ends. And so through these programs, we want to make sure that our apprentices have no barriers to enter this program and then continuously grow, building skill sets, building certifications, and really expanding their ability to be successful. And that way, too, we are also partnered, as Tara mentioned, with 50 plus high schools and CTCs to really help our students understand these different opportunities, earn a really great salary as certifications, and have success. So we are a small group here right now to accept this award, but please know that this award really is earned by our entire partnership, our employers, the HR, our trainers, our community college partners, our high schools, our teachers. There's so many people invested in making this program work, and I just want to take that moment to say thank you. And thank you, of course, to the ATO, who are just phenomenal. So thank you.
Next, presented in recognition of demonstrating a motivation to succeed and a commitment to learning new skills and advancing their career through completing a pre-apprenticeship program, I present the Outstanding Registered Pre-Apprentice Award to Brandon Wolf. Brandon is a completer of the Pipeline into the Trades Carpentry Pre-Apprenticeship Program, a phenomenal program that assists in preparing young people out of the Pittsburgh Public Schools for a clear pathway into programs with the Carpenters. In fact, just a few years ago during National Apprenticeship Week, I was here in this training facility and recognize some of the first graduates. So it's wonderful to be back here today in support of this particular recognition. Brandon was nominated by Angela Mike, Executive Director of the Career and Technical Education Division of the Pittsburgh Public School District. Brandon is also joined by his family today, as well as Angela, Cassandra Tolbert, Carl Usolini, and Bree Adams, all from Pittsburgh Public Schools. Through Brandon's dedication and hard work, he has completed the Pipeline into the Trades Carpentry Pre-Apprenticeship Program and has been accepted into the KML Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund as an apprentice. So he is no doubt very familiar with this facility and will have a bright career ahead of him. Brandon? You don't have to. You can just if you want. It's okay.
Throughout these past 2 years, it's been hard, but with my mom and dad and my niece, I've had nothing but the greatest time in the apprenticeship. I never thought I would be here, but here I am today, being in front of these great people, Angela and Carl and all the other instructors. I have to thank you for granting me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. And last, but certainly not least, presented in recognition of a successful Pennsylvania registered pre-apprenticeship program. This program is an integral part of the apprenticeship ecosystem and valued in assisting pre-apprentices achieve success. I present the Outstanding Registered Pre-Apprenticeship Sponsor Award to Breaking the Chains of Poverty. Breaking the Chains of Poverty is represented today by Mr. DeWitt Walton, Vice President and Program Director, and Sierra Parm, Operations Director. Breaking the Chains of Poverty has shown their commitment to workforce development by building strong connections with employers, community organizations, educational institutions, and registered apprenticeship programs. Some of their affiliated registered apprenticeship programs include, but is not limited to, KML Carpenters Apprenticeship and Training Fund Program and the Pittsburgh Sheet Metal Workers. Breaking the Chains of Poverty's commitment to increase diversity in the trades through their recruitment of populations traditionally underserved in apprenticeship, those underemployed, previously incarcerated, and low-income populations is most certainly a model to be celebrated. DeWitt?
It truly is both an honor and a privilege to be part of this inaugural class of awardees from the ATO office. It is about, from our perspective, having the opportunity to engage in populations like Brandon, who said 2 years ago, who'd have thunk it? Creating an environment where men and women who have had barriers and obstacles to long-term success begin to have hope and dare to dream again, to think, yes, they can. It is because of those kinds of things and the willingness of operations like Eastern Atlantic States Carpenters or KML, whichever you prefer. The building trade, all of the building trades, manufacturing unions, healthcare organizations, trusting in who we are and what we do to give us a chance to demonstrate that real standards can be met and achieved and demonstrated on a day-to-day basis. It is because of Secretary Walker's office and Partners for Work to help us generate the kind of funding necessary to demonstrate those things on a day-to-day basis. It is with those kinds of opportunities that we understand our responsibilities. So we say, thank you. We say, thank you. And again, we are committed to building an environment where people will dare to dream again and have hope and be inspired and transform the communities in which we live and serve. Thank you.
Let's have another round of applause for the award winners. As we conclude this morning, our congratulations again to the apprentices who have proven that with hard work and determination, dreams are possible. And congratulations and thank you for the unwavering support for the instructors, mentors, sponsors who have all made this possible today. Your guidance, expertise, and passion have been the guiding lights for our apprentices, illuminating their paths and empowering them to reach new heights. We extend our deepest gratitude for your tireless commitment to nurturing talent and shaping the leaders of tomorrow. You are true architects of change, and we celebrate you. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Governor Shapiro took office, there have been 5,950.
Very much, thank you. And way more than you will ever know. Brandon is also joined by his family today, as well as Angela, Cassandra.
As we conclude this morning, our congratulations again to the apprentices who have proven that with hard work and determination.
Did you get the handshaking memo?